I'm gonna go over this. So the Open starts, are we going?
Yeah.
Alright, so the CrossFit Open starts on Thursday, and a lot of people aren't familiar with how the season's working with all the recent changes. Is there a wicked glare?
Yeah.
A lot of people aren't sure how everything's going with the changes. This is the only year that there'll be 2 Opens, and it's because of the change of the structure to make the Open the beginning phase for qualifications for the games. So as every other year, step 1 of, we call this the 2020 CrossFit Games season. So as always, there's the Open as the first thing, and then the games as the last thing. So unlike spring, regionals, and online qualifier, games in the summer, it's going to be open in the fall, still online qualifier for the top 200 in the age divisions, and then the games. This path for masters and teens does not change. The only thing that changes is the start time of the Open. The real change is because of the sanctional events that are different from regionals. So before, it was you had the Open, then you had regionals, then you had the games. Now, and they changed it, originally announced, they said there was gonna be like 16 sanctional events. I think they might be up to like 22 or 23, something like that around the world. So step 1 is the Open, right? That's gonna be in October, next week. And the top 20 in the world get invited to the games. And this is where it gets kind of confusing, but there's some other circumstances. National champions get an automatic invite. And if a national champion is part of the top 20, then they start bumping down. So hypothetically, Brooke Wells is the American champion. She was last year. She was also in the top 20. That means Brooke Wells gets an invite, and now the 21st ranked female gets an invite. Then if all of a sudden, Reason Thibault from Canada is the national champion and she's in the top 20, then she gets an invite and number 22 gets invited. So they start going down the list based on the Open, taking out national champions from the top 20. Then in addition, you've got sanctionals. The first one is in November. That's the Filthy 150 in Ireland. That's what Ashley and I are going to. Then it starts going, there's the Atlas Games in Canada, Wadapalooza in Miami, and they start happening all over the world. The winners from sanctionals get an invite to the games. And if they were part of the top 20, they get excluded. So you got the top 20 in the world. And then all of a sudden, Brooke Wells gets invited, so she gets excluded from the top 20, and number 21 gets invited. Then all of a sudden, Camille LeBlanc happened to have won, not the case, but she happened to have won Wadapalooza. She was in the top 20. She gets excluded, now number 22 gets invited. So that's the way sanctionals affects the Open and how it all kind of transcends one way or another to make it to the games. Does everybody kind of understand that flow?
Yeah.
And we'd love to see big participation. I mean, I said it last year, like, oh, regionals doesn't, a lot of people, I heard so many people, oh, the Open doesn't matter anymore. When we had like 120 people at this gym do the Open and 6 made it to regionals, that means like for like, you know, like over 100 people, it didn't mean anything. It still means something. Every year in the Open, we see people get their first pull-ups, first handstand push-ups, hit new lifts and PRs, and bring the camaraderie for the people that it does matter to. So in this very room, Stu's looking to make his 3rd appearance at the games. Betchfit's gonna hit her first year as a Masters athlete, so she'll be, you know, shooting for the top 200 worldwide to make the qualifier. Jen will be doing the hopefully top 200 for the qualifier for what, like 3rd, 4th, 5th year in a row. So I don't even know. Every year I've known you, doing it, you know what I mean, top 200 in the world. Somebody like Jordan, who's been working his absolute ass off, wanting to track the progress. And then Amy, a lot of people didn't know how this all worked. Amy has the best shot of anybody from our gym to qualify for the games as an individual. She, after all this stuff trickled down, missed the games last year by 1 spot. After national champions and sanctional invitations went out, one person ahead of her, Cheryl Nassau, ended up getting invited and going to the games. If one more national champion or a sanctioned qualifier would have made it, Amy Morgan would have gone to the games as an individual. So it does matter. and we all feed off everything. And the sign on the front door says Ocean State CrossFit. We're the biggest swinging dick in the area, and I want to keep it that way. So you guys are all competitors. You're here at competitors class. Like, you just worked harder in that WOD than anything you're gonna have to do in an open WOD. So I'd love to see everybody participate, and that's the way the season has changed and is working. Raise your hand if you just learned something. Raise your hand if you didn't know that that's how it went. All right, then ask to raise their hand.
I didn't know.
Then it was worth the 5 minutes. I appreciate you guys paying attention to that. I'm gonna post this on the members page so everybody knows, you know, because they keep getting questions. What is it? I don't even understand.
Can I stop?
Say again?
Can I stop?
Yeah, you can stop.